Breaking news on SportsCenter this morning, the Lakers and Mavericks making it a blockbuster night. Luka Doncic headed to the Lakers.
LA shocked the sports world by trading for global superstar Luka Doncic. Well, how can we prepare Laker fans for what is about to happen with Luka?
And here's Doncic driving, puts it up, instead it's a layup.
On Doncic, the switch again. Doncic over top. Oh my!
6'8" point guard. He's 225 pounds.
He was the most NBA-ready offensive player we've ever seen.
I mean, like, if you don't double him, it's 50. You know, it's like guaranteed.
Doncic rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench. Luka leans in, gets the whistle and the basket, and he plays to the crowd.
He gonna take the last shot. He ain't tripping. This is what he been doing since 13, 14.
He can control a game. He doesn't even have to shoot. He'll walk the ball up the court 10 straight times and get to his spot every single time, just because of his pace.
Here he is again. Is he hot? He's red hot. The dime.
He's got a chance to be one of the best to ever do it.
It's just unbelievable. It's hard to put into words what he's doing because I don't know if, we just haven't either seen it in so long, or he might even get to a point after, especially if they win, I mean, that's going to put him in a whole different stratosphere.
You don't come here for nothing else than championships. I have everything left to prove, so the goal is to win the championship.
Ljubljana, Slovenia. With a population of just over 290,000, it's the largest city in the country. A place where medieval architecture meets modern life, where centuries-old bridges span a winding river, and where history feels alive in every street. But in 1999, Ljubljana became the birthplace of something else entirely. One of the most recognizable athletes the country had ever produced, Luka Doncic. The son of a former pro basketball player and a fiercely determined mother, Luka's life was shaped by two forces: discipline and imagination. In Ljubljana, he spent countless evenings on cracked outdoor courts, shooting a ball for hours and playing against kids twice his size.
I'd love to know about your childhood. Like, how did you fall in love with basketball?
Well, for me, I wasn't good at any other sports except soccer. I was
okay?
Not like you.
I've seen your first touch.
Not like you, but
But I've also seen you hit a tennis ball.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of sports.
Yeah.
Tennis, soccer, and basketball were the main ones. I played even volleyball. So it was fun just to do sports. And then I went outside. Like after school, I went outside every time just to play basketball.
Yeah.
Playing hoops from a young age, or playing anything?
Anything.
Anything.
But mostly basketball.
Yeah.
But
because your dad, Sasha, was EuroLeague.
Yes.
Played in the EuroLeague, great player. So you obviously
he was okay.
He was okay. Yeah. All right.
Having grown up playing against older competition, recalling a time he was playing kids up to 4 years older than him in competitive play, Luka would develop a noticeable advantage to his game. He had been forced to think 2 or even 3 steps ahead of his competition, which had developed a craftiness to his game that elevated Doncic over the competition.
What made you, at 13 years old, sign with Real Madrid, travel and move to a different country 1,000 miles away from where you grew up?
We use kilometers in Europe. No, I can't. It was a very tough decision, man. It was. I had to leave all my family, all my friends, the school I was there, everything, So I wasn't gonna go. And then just one day I woke up and I say I want to go.
At the age of 13, Luka would make a choice few adults could make, leaving his home and family behind to chase a dream. Having proven to be the best player from his city, Doncic and his coach knew that in order for Luka to truly challenge himself and reach his goals on the court, he'd have to travel outside the country. This would lead to a young Doncic traveling alone to Madrid, Spain, where Luka would enter the development of world-renowned Real Madrid, signing a 5-year contract with the club. No family, no friends, just a ball and a dream.
I'd love to know from you what the transition was. So you played a lot of informal basketball growing up, other sports, you're on the playground, outside school. What was it like when you went to Madrid? 13 years old?
13.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult decision, honestly. First, I didn't know the language yet. I know a little bit, just like, hello, how are you? But then nobody spoke my language. I was learning a little bit of English, so I knew a little bit. But it was hard. So that's basically then when almost everything moved to basketball.
The homesickness was brutal, and the practices were intense, but Luka adapted. By 16, Luka had already grown to be around 6'7", and his game would grow right with him. Already being heralded as a prodigy across Europe, Luka would gain multiple all-tournament team honors with Real Madrid's U18 club, using his finely tuned offensive skills to help them win their division.
When I was in Madrid, I was always playing with the older guys, so I could learn a lot from them. Then with 16, I started to practice with the first team. And you just watch and then try to do it on the court and just learn from that. Real Madrid built his own dorm. It was super nice. It was like living at the hotel, so
nice.
That was different.
And how was the day? Like, did you go to practice, then school, or school, then practice? What was the day like?
Yeah, we started at 7:30, something like that. To 8:30 we had practice, and then from 9:15 to 5:30 it was school.
9:15 to 5:30?
Yeah. And then from 6 to 9 was practice, so
6 to 9?
Yeah.
Still just 16 years old, Luka would make his professional debut with Real Madrid in 2015. This made Doncic the youngest player to ever play for Real Madrid in the ACB, and the third youngest prospect in the league's history, behind only Ricky Rubio and Angel Rebolo. Within 2 years, Luka would earn his way into the starting lineup, having battled daily in practice and games with grown professionals as he continued to develop his game. 2017 would even see a teenage Luka get his first taste of NBA action, courtesy of a preseason game that Real Madrid hosted against the Oklahoma City Thunder. By 18, Luka would fully step into his own, putting the EuroLeague and the rest of the basketball world on notice.
Against the backboard, and Doncic is going to pull up for three to finish off the play. What a sequence right there. Again, look at Serafin, bad pass right there, and Cassera comes down all by himself to Doncic, who goes up. Oh, what a play by Luka Doncic. Looked like he was going to dunk it. Tomic with the lay-in, and Luka Doncic with the full corner on the buzzer. Are you kidding me? The young man, 18 years old, drills it from full court. What is going on? Are you serious?
Augustine leaves 55 seconds as Doncic comes across half court and goes in for a lean-in layup.
I can see the step-away three-pointer coming up by Doncic sooner or later. There it is. And it's money.
Having led Real Madrid to the EuroLeague title and becoming the youngest MVP ever, Luka hadn't just succeeded against veterans, he had dominated them. Rival coaches called him a once-in-a-generation basketball mind, and before the season was over, even the scouts called him NBA ready. Now it was time for Luka to set out on another adventure, this time to the National Basketball Association.
With the third pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Luka Doncic from Ljubljana, Slovenia, and Real Madrid.
Man, it has been quite a couple of days for Luka Doncic. We saw him hugging his mother there. Trae Young now sits and waits. We expect from what Woj just told us that Luka will be on his way to Dallas in the heir apparent as the franchise cornerstone after Dirk Nowitzki. As Woj pointed out, his contingent on Trae Young still being there.
Since 1998, a year before Luka was even born, another European star, Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki, had been the face of the Dallas Mavericks. For 2 decades, the 7-footer defined the franchise, leading them to countless playoff runs and delivering their first championship in 2011. But time catches up to every legend, and as Dirk's career was winding down, the Mavericks began searching for the next player to carry the torch. When Luka Doncic arrived, he wasn't just willing to take it, he was ready to run with it.
Things didn't go well here for this franchise, and we needed a little spark plug to change things. I didn't think that was going to be this kid. I didn't think it was going to be this kid. When he walked in the first time here in this practice facility, he looked at he's a big boy, but I'm like, I'm not sure this is going to work. Is he quick enough? Is he athletic enough to go by guys like he is in Europe? And
was it a point of pride for you to be the #1 pick? Did that matter at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I didn't care where I was going. I didn't know any cities. I was just happy to be drafted in the NBA.
From day one, Luka Doncic wasn't your typical rookie. He was a conductor. Like it had his entire life, the game slowed down for him, and even against the best players in the world, you could see Luka was in complete control.
Fifth-year player from Colorado. Half-court heave. And Luka banked it home! Luka Magic has made everybody ooh and ah at Barclays Center. Court bank shot, beyond half-court even.
That's a good finish by Luka closing out the second quarter. Mavericks need to regroup in a bad way.
Deep three. Wow, he banked it in!
So you think it's harder to score 30 points in a EuroLeague game than it is in an NBA game?
Yeah, 100%.
But there's better players over here.
Oh, way better players. Yeah. I'm just saying because of the rules.
Yeah.
Because the guy can stay. If you have a guy like, let's say, Rudy Gobert, he can stay in the paint on defense 3 seconds, however he wants. Like just because of that rule, you can have 10 more points easily.
Eagles up on Luka. Jazz have a foul to give. Luka launches it.
Unorthodox stepbacks, no-look passes, cross-court lasers. He played like he was inventing new ways to score, orchestrating his offense like a seasoned vet. In a league obsessed with speed, Luka weaponized patience, playing at his own pace. He would edge out Magic Johnson as the youngest player in NBA history to record 3 triple-doubles, and by the season's end, he would become the second European player ever to win the NBA's Rookie of the Year.
And you can already see that this kid's got something about him. So we were thinking, man, he's going to be a really good player, but I didn't think he was going to go to that level.
The bass, right?
This kid is special. This kid is sensational. He really, really is. Just 19 years of age. First they found Dirk Nowitzki 20 years ago, and now they found this kid. This kid is special.
There would be no sophomore slump for Doncic. Instead, the following season, he'd take his game to a new level, making his first All-Star team as he led the Mavericks into playoff contention. He would once again make history, becoming the youngest player to ever have a 35-point triple-double in a game against Golden State, and would be named the NBA's Player of the Month by December. Whether it was high-scoring marks or elite passing, Luka was making an impact on the game in a way that shouldn't have been possible for such a young player. It was in the NBA's bubble in 2020 that Luka would put the entire NBA on notice. In the first round against the Clippers, Luka would torch LA, becoming the youngest player in NBA postseason history to record a 40-point triple-double. With the ball in his hand to end the game, Doncic had the attention of the basketball world, and he was ready to show them that he had arrived.
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
Let's go!
Just trying to make it, you know. I can't explain the emotions I had, you know.
not only when the ball goes in, when I see the whole team like running towards me, that was something special. One of the best feelings I ever had as a player, and it's just something special, man. This team is something special.
Sees the game in 6G. It's not 5G. It's 6G. It's another level beyond what most people see it. So just a very, very special player. And this game today was from another planet.
Hey man, that's the Don. That's why they call him Luka Magic, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. You guys call him Luka Magic. I call him the Don.
Over the next 2 seasons, Luka Doncic would rise into his role as a full-blown star. While he continued to carry the weight of the franchise, still lacking a true co-star, Luka would elevate his game to new heights. Despite coaching shifts and inconsistency within the roster, Doncic's play style had still maximized the floor of the franchise, elevating them into contention by 2022. It was here that Luka and the Mavericks would go on a playoff run, fighting their way into the Western Conference Finals. While Luka would average over 32 points, 6 assists, and 9 rebounds for the series, Dallas would be unable to overcome a hungry Golden State Warriors, losing the series 4-1. Doncic had been on the cusp of the game's biggest stage in just his 4th season, and now the young star was left wondering what it would take to climb over the hump.
For me, about tonight's game, I don't like losing, especially not like this. I play like terrible. But if we say on our season, we talk about the season, I'm really proud of this team, man. Everybody, every player, every staff member. Nobody had us here, but I promise we fought till end, Congratulations to Warriors. They were obviously the better team, but I'm really proud of this team.
Fortunately, tonight, Jayden, no one shot the ball well, and it happens. But this is, it doesn't mean that we had a bad season. We just had a bad night at the wrong time, but we'll learn from it. Again, this is a great group that has fun, and I'm excited about this summer.
Over the next 2 seasons, Doncic would once again take his game to a new level, leading the league in scoring with a blistering 34 points per game by 2024. Luka had shattered the franchise's triple-double record and began posting video game numbers on a nightly basis. This would never be more apparent than on January 26, 2024, when Luka would put together one of the most impressive performances in the history of the game. In the most efficient 70-plus point game in league history, Luka had become the first player since Kobe to drop more than 72 points in an NBA game, etching his name in history books in the process.
Last time you were on the pod, you said that scoring 30 in the NBA was, hold on.
I know
you said scoring 30 in the NBA was way easier than scoring in Europe. And a lot of people have co-signed that. I'm not here to dispute that take at all. The other night you had 73 against the Hawks. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've rewatched the 25 made baskets like 5 times. And to some degree, it did look easy. Did that 73 feel easy?
Oh, no.
No,
definitely not. I mean, everybody say my game looks easy. It's not easy. Trust me. Because, when I'm isoing, I watch the defender in the paint. So he got to go out at some point. So when he's going out, I try to attack. So that's a huge difference. But no, it wasn't easy scoring 73.
By this point, rewriting records had become common practice for Luka as he continued to defy the impossible. In the 2024 playoffs, Luka would once again carry the Mavericks, becoming just the 6th player in the history of the league to lead his team in points, assists, and rebounds on the way to the 2024 NBA Finals.
2024 NBA playoff leaders. Points, Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Rebounds, Luka Doncic. Assists, Luka Doncic. Steals, Luka Doncic. Deflections, Luka Doncic. Three-pointers made, Luka Doncic. Double-doubles, Luka Doncic. Triple-doubles, Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Having added star Kyrie Irving the previous season, Doncic now had a co-star in Dallas, and together the pair had been able to help the Mavericks reach the NBA Finals for the first time in over a decade.
I was enjoying it just like everyone else was. He had 20 points, I think, in like 6 minutes or 7 minutes, and you're just watching a special performance take place.
It's a good feeling, man. I can't lie. Just go out there and, it's us against them. Just stay together.
Where he took the crowd out of the game right off the bat. And he let his teammates know that it's time, that we got to take it up a notch. As a leader, that's what you need on the road against a very talented team, to let them know that it was going to be hard tonight, and he definitely did that.
However, despite Luka averaging over 29 points during the series, the pair would once again be unable to finish the job, falling to the Boston Celtics in 5 games. It was before this moment, the moment where Luka and the Mavericks had once again been unable to bring a ring home to Dallas, that the cracks in the relationship between the two sides would begin to form, although nobody on the outside had any idea. Following the exit of Mark Cuban, team president Nico Harrison would conduct an overhaul of the staff, including the firing of 3 employees that happened to be close with Luka and had helped him transition as a young player into the United States. By 2025, the relationship between the two sides had continued to erode behind the scenes, and on February 2nd, the Mavericks would conduct the most shocking trade in NBA history.
Breaking news here on SportsCenter. Massive trade happening in the NBA right now. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick to 3 teams.
From Texas to Los Angeles, it felt like the basketball version of an earthquake. One of the most promising young stars in NBA history had been traded, and the basketball world erupted.
But this move, to see somebody of Luka's caliber be traded like this, not to be told, even his agent Bill Duffy didn't know, who's a veteran, one of the great agents this business has ever known. He didn't know. Luka didn't know. You don't see that happening very often. It's definitely a change in the landscape. Owners are loving this. It's sending the right kind of message in their eyes. We're the ones in control, not them. All of that comes into play with this one move. It was a statement.
I've been a Master my whole entire life since I've been a baby. This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. He's supposed to have a statue. Dirk got a statue right there. It's supposed to be Luka right there.
For Luka, it was a restart, being paired alongside his childhood hero, LeBron James. Dallas had been his proving ground, but in a way, the franchise's front office had disrespected him in front of the world. Now, a historic franchise built by legends like Kareem, Magic, and Kobe, Los Angeles would be the stage for one of the game's strongest revenge tours.
I just mentioned it'll win tonight. They get win number 50. What a fake Doncic. Broke his ankles in the corner. Finney-Smith. It's a free. Another one for L.A.
By Dinwiddie. Hit a tough one. Doncic, wow, behind the head. Reeves wide open. Luka Magic.
I think people will think about the revenge season. I don't know if it was that. I think that he just finally had a chance after 2 years of just straight basketball to actually get himself going and get his body in line. Forget what anybody else said. He wants to be an all-time great. So he wants to be that guy. Forget what Dallas thought or what the Lakers thought, or you're great, you're not in the best shape, whatever. I think that he was going to have revenge season just for himself.
Let's go back to the night that you were traded. Can you just take me through what you did that night?
Well, I was actually in the bed, My TV wasn't working, so I was on iPad watching a movie, about to go to sleep. First thing I said, probably 3 times, is April 1st.
What were you feeling in that moment?
Sadness, mostly. I was still in shock, crazy shock, and I felt like my heart was broken, honestly.
A prodigy from Ljubljana, Luka Doncic has carried the weight of expectation since he was 13. He carried Real Madrid, he carried Dallas. Now he'll look to carry the Lakers. and with them, the game's biggest spotlight. This isn't just a story about numbers. Luka has already proven he can produce at a level that few have ever been capable of in the NBA. The next chapter of his story will be defined by how Luka responds to one of the most shocking moves in the history of the game. The expectations for success in Los Angeles are there every single year, and there's no doubt that Luka is more than capable of rising to that occasion. Luka Doncic's journey is far from over, and as the chapters unfold, one thing is clear: the best is yet to come.